this game is going to sell more than Halo. Straight up. It's going to sell more than Halo Reach. It is.
Thank you.
And that's just real talk. It's going to sell more than Halo Reach. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Like, and this is what blew me away. In Slaughterhouse, can you kind of, like, explain to the fans the weapon, the weapon that you're going to...
Dragon's Breath. And that's all you need to know. Just go to YouTube, YouTube the clip Dragon's Breath. It's an incendiary shotgun round that you can load into a 12-gauge shotgun. So the shotgun in Black Ops that we have is a SPAS 12 shotgun. It's an auto shotgun. And in this level, you know, you're in Hue City. The city's been overrun. It's burning. It's on fire. So you know what? What's a little bit more fire going to do, right? So you load an incendiary shotgun round into your gun. And honestly, it's more for like the startle effect, because I mean, buckshot's going to kill a guy just as easily. But I mean, imagine being on the other end of this, and you see all of a sudden, you know, these SOG members are firing out, basically breathing fire out of their guns and mowing down, you know, your teammates. Imagine how scared you would be and how intimidated you would be. So yeah, it's the first time you pick it up, the first time you shoot it, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at the kind of devastation.
You're going to be more than pleasantly surprised, man.
Blown away.
Yes, you're going to be blown away, and that's not an understatement. Like, I'm telling you right now. Alright, when you shoot this gun and you see what happens, like your body goes to fire, like. And thank you for bringing over what you guys had in World at War. I love to see limbs get blown apart.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the game is so the game is so detailed that he shot somebody from a distance with the shotgun, right? You see, like, his hand blows off, and then this hand was gone, right? And then like a little piece of this meat was somewhere else, and then the arm was just there. That's how detailed it is. And then as soon as you shoot it, you see the meat pop up. You can tell the difference between the meat and the flesh and everything that blows up. So that right there, like in terms of just, you know, sheer power, is on another level.
So for mature audiences.
Exactly. Now, so what we've seen so far with Call of Duty Black Ops is that you guys raise the intensity bar in terms of the action that's happening on screen, the amount of enemies, everything that's going on at once. That's one thing. Secondly, you increase the graphics, like overall graphics, and with this texture streaming, I can see this being used in other games that you guys probably got, you know, up your sleeve. That's two. Three, I know you can't talk about multiplayer, but from what I've seen in single player, I see where you're coming from about how we're going to be that much more surprised. So that's basically a triple threat right there.
Yes.
Let me add in the fourth quadruple threat. They got a Matrix moment in this game, son. A Matrix moment. I was like, and then you see like the watery effects, and then the bullet goes through. Like, are we going to see a lot more of that in the game? Like, how does that activate? Is that something that you do on your own, or is it strictly with melee kills?
Yeah, it happens through the game, kind of where we put it. So Call of Duty's always been about that cinematic intensity, cinematic experience. So we want to show the players a very specific story. It's kind of like watching a movie that you interact with. So so those moments, you can't like the bullet time sequence you're talking about. You can't just enter into that whenever.
Okay.
But you will be surprised by other, you know, similar sequences where, you know, you just won't expect. All of a sudden, like, some awesome, really cool cinematic moment will take place, and you're just going to get blown away. You're going to go, wow, I did not see that coming. And it does. Wow. It just elevates that immersion. It makes you feel that much more like a badass. And
yeah,
and I mean, you saw how much it got your blood pumping, and you weren't even playing. You were just watching.
Yeah,
so.
it's like... And it's better than watching a movie to me, because the action, it really brings you in, like, in another level. Yeah, exactly. So now here's another thing that I really is impressed by, and you guys said it yourself, but this is the first time in a Call of Duty where the main character has a voice and stuff like that. So that lets me know that this story is going to be deeper than like any other Call of Duty like we ever seen. Now, if you look at your boys over at Infinity Ward, they did a great job with Modern Warfare 2. And one of the biggest things that everybody was talking about was no love for Russia, that level. You guys got pedestrians running out. Now, let me tell you how gangster he is. You think I'm gangster with the hat and stuff like that? I'm taking the hat off. Forget it. I ain't even forget it. I'm not even in the gang. I'm not even from Brooklyn right now. Like, I'm from like Cherry Chung Chung or something like that. All right, that's where I'm from right now. This dude, a pedestrian, ran out and was like, "Oh, no, don't shoot me." He took that and sit on that gun, pop, and shot him. It was incredible, like, to see the way they did it. So if you thought No Russia with Love was like, you know, terrorizing. These guys is taking it to another level. But
Crossfire, I will say, instant crossfire, unavoidable.
Yo, it was great, man. It was great. Now, my thing is, in terms of the story mode, considering that he has a voice, how much deeper does this story go, and like, what type of role do you play in it, considering you have a voice now?
Yeah. So because you're members of these elite teams, SOG, the Studies and Observations group, you're the ultimate badass. You have the most skills. You're a natural born leader on the battlefield. You have charisma. You're a man of cool. So you want to, if you're going to be such an awesome guy, you need to have a voice. You need to have a character. So character development is something. It's a really important focus of ours for Black Ops. And then the story and the narrative that we've crafted. It's a unique storyline. It's completely original, which is sort of set to the backdrop of the Cold War era. So you know, you're not, when you're in the Vietnam levels, you're not fighting the Battle of Vietnam. You're there for your specific objective, which is, you know, it's going to further our storyline. So yeah, your own player voice, it's a very important thing. You're going to know who you are. You'll know what your face looks like. You'll know what your voice sounds like. You'll know what your squad mates' faces and voices sound like. You know, every bit of detail to these characters is going to help craft that one-on-one narrative, and that's partly why our co-op mode is going to be separate, dedicated. So you know, with World at War, we proved we could do the campaign co-op, and it was sort of a design decision with Black Ops that if we were going to go with such a compelling single one-on-one story, it was important for us that we didn't try to, you know, cram co-op into that campaign. So our co-op mode, which I can't really reveal yet, but it's completely dedicated, unique mode, separate from the campaign, that you can play 2 players locally, split screen, or up to 4 players online co-op.
Alright, no problem. Now, I know I got to wrap it up soon, so I got a few more questions, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Perks is always what, like, the gamers want to know, like, what's going to be the perks, what's going to be the new weapons, and things like that. Yeah. You know, people want to see that, but I had an insane idea, and I really hope you guys, like, really do this, man, seriously. I think that your single-player experience should give you perks for your multiplayer.
Right.
So I feel that depending on what you do, let's say you play Call of Duty and you ended on hard, or you ended on the hardest level, or, you know, you do some amazing things, or you don't get shot as much and you get a bonus or something like that. Sure. I think that throughout your entire single-player campaign, you should get certain rewards and certain perks that you can unlock in multiplayer right from the start after playing a single player game. Will we see anything like that, or is that possible, or you guys ever thought about that?
We thought about it. It's you won't see exactly that in the game because you know, they do the 2 modes, multiplayer and single player, really are separate. Like the people who really love single player are kind of separate from the people who really love multiplayer. Okay. Granted, there are people who love both, but you know,
me.
Yeah, myself as well. But they're very, very different things. So it was important to keep them separate in the game. But I will say that you know, the merits that you were talking about. Yeah. We can still get it in other ways. So making it easier for the MP guys or for players to get into MP, making that a little bit less intimidating. There are other ways that we can do that. So you're going to want to keep your eye out for one of our multiplayer reviews.
No doubt, man. Yeah. Now, competition-wise, you know what I'm saying? For a long period of time, the industry always had it in their mind that you guys was like the underdogs and Infinity War was up here. Like, they always put you guys, like, they love what you do, but they always looked at Infinity War as the top dogs, and you guys was kind of like piggybacking. You was good, but it's like Kobe Bryant is the champion and LeBron James, everybody's talking about him, but he's not the champion yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it is right now. So, you know, if you look back at what you've done with this particular title, and then also World at War, we didn't get complaints about the online in World at War. But then Modern Warfare 2 come out, everybody goes crazy. They're like, yo, the online, what happened, and all this other stuff. Yeah. Now, it's your turn again.
Right.
You got the Black Ops coming and everything like that. What message would you send to the fans out there right now to tell them that, you know, Treyarch is back, we're the best, and this Call of Duty is going to be the best experience and the biggest jump you've ever seen in the franchise? Like, how can you sum that up to let the fans know that you mean business?
Honestly, like, you know, back when we started the project after World at War, like I said before, we refocused all of our studio efforts on exclusively Black Ops. And that really, you know, that should state it enough where we were really putting our money where our mouth was. And we quite literally, you know, all of our paid employees were working just on one game, and we didn't want to make 3 games. We didn't want to have any other outside distractions. So, you know, we made that investment up front at the beginning, and I think it really shows in the product. At the end of the day, though, I mean, you know, until we actually reveal multiplayer, until we reveal our co-op, you guys are, I guess, kind of just gonna have to take my word for it. But you know, I don't like to hype. You know, I'm a Call of Duty gamer. I'm a fan. I'm a Call of Duty fan first, and I'm a community manager second, I guess. So, you know, when I play through this game, when I see what the team has has put together, it blows me away. And I go, even if I weren't working here, I would look at this thing and go, this is the greatest game Treyarch's ever made. It really is.
Wow, and you know what? I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I can't wait to play the game myself. Now, a few more questions, because I know Josh is like, that he could talk. Yeah. But it's a good interview, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to hurry it up.
No worries.
The other title's texting me.
Oh, word?
HipHopGamer.
Oh, man, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get down there. Now, my thing is, like, Connect. I know that's the new thing that Microsoft was talking about. Now, I did an interview with Kudo. And he said that you're going to see games where you can hold the controller and then probably throw a bomb or probably do a certain sound or something like that. Yeah. Now, I know you guys, you know, work closely with other companies, but is there anything that you see in Connect that can be used with Call of Duty, even if it's not Black Ops or whatever, but is there anything that you've seen or experienced with Connect that's going to make gamers be like, yo, Connect is hardcore, and it can work with games like Call of Duty?
I don't think so, not yet. We're really focused on finishing up Black Ops, and we don't want to be distracted by, you know, these new technologies. They're great, and we absolutely are going to have to evaluate them and see where they work in. Personally, I'm not sure if Connect has a place in shooters just yet. I mean, we still haven't looked at it yet, but to me, you know, the definition that you get with the controls, with a controller in your hand, you know, it just, you don't have to think about it, right? Once you learn the controllers, you just know it, and you just do it, and you feel like you're doing what your thumbs are, the small motions your thumbs are making. You feel like you're moving that person around on the screen. I feel like if I had to actually do some motions now in order to move the guy on the screen, it would center me back into a reality where I'm not in the game, and now I'm in my living room, right, doing stuff. Wow. So that's just my opinion of it when I think about it. But like I said, you know, the team will evaluate any new technology and see if it has a place in COD.
Listen, it's been a great interview. We wrapping it up now because we got a lot of other stuff to do. Now, before I go, I know everybody wants to know, will there be a demo before release?
We're discussing the idea of a beta, but nothing's confirmed yet.
Okay. All right. Look, Call of Duty Black Ops, man, November 9th, son. And if you reverse that, that's 911. Alright? That's 911 done. You reverse that, that's 911. It's definitely an emergency. Why? Because the competition, yo, listen. All I'm saying is this. Call of Duty, reverse the date. 911. I think they did that on purpose. You're going to be in the emergency room because once you play this game, you're going to have a heart attack. You're going to love it. It's going to blow you away. Josh, I thank you guys so much. We're about to go downstairs, get some more interviews. Activision, you guys is crazy. Yo, one love and God bless, man. It's your boy, HipHopGamer, and we out. Peace. Wow.
Good interview.
Wow. That was good? It was good.